What do you wish you known sooner in life? When I think about this question, I sit back and say to myself, damn, I'm 31 and I have so much to reflect upon at such a young age that for me, if I'm really honest, knowing what I know now about who I chose to form acquaintanceships, friendships, and the person I decided to start a relationship with, I will reverse those bonds of ever coming into contact with any of them. And I don't mean to get so serious, but I'm just speaking this into existence because it's crazy how you hear all the time that money can change people. Well, opportunity and turbulence can really change people. And it's just so weird on how life is just as equivalent to a 360 as to me wanting to be your ex-boyfriend's stuntman and having the courage to do the things he will never have the courage to do. Because the one thing my great grandmother would always tell me as a child is, you really truly don't know a person until they don't get what they want. But I never thought that the people who I held closest to me would be the ones to prove that to me. It's just hard because when I think about it, my whole 2018 and the beginnings of my 2019 were wasted on people who meant me no good, whom I invested all of my time, love, and trust into, but really couldn't have given a damn if my stock was on the rise or had fallen. This really made me forget who I was as a person, that I took time away from YouTube, family, and friends who I love dearly to invest, uplift, and motivate these individuals only to get backstabbed with the daggers of deception. It was made out to look like I was the one who caused myself to bleed. Irony. The most successful liars are the most honest people you'll ever meet. Tragedy. The most successful liars are the most honest people you'll ever meet. Irony. We're only honest with each other when it comes to dishonesty. And the signs were all there. However, this is the thing about forming any type of bond with the person or people you come into contact with. You can never make a mistake. Nothing is ever done by mistake. It's life lessons. And the thing is, if you can only take one thing from this video, it is, if it's not right for you, then get out of it. And there is nothing wrong with getting out of it. And that's something I had to learn because honestly, I love this person and these people even after the choice was made to walk away. I've heard that in order to rebuild, you must first destroy. So maybe if my thinking serves me right, if we broke down, we wouldn't be breaking up. But then when someone shows you who they are, you're just like, did I know the real you? Or is this the real you? And it's so crazy because people tend to forget that I'm actually human because I'm always so on. It's like a clown taking center stage. They're always smiling. They're always on. But you'll never truly know what's going on beneath the surface of the smiling mask. You never know, is it okay to just ask, are you okay? How are you holding up? But the one thing to look out for, and Dr. Maya Angelou said this, when people show you who they are, believe them. Always trust your gut because you do see the red flags. People and situations can cause you to really act out of character. And the crazy part is, it's so much easier to make excuses for the bad behaviors of the person or the bad circumstances you are in. Oh, it's just right now. Oh, he didn't or she didn't is just going through something. Or it's just a phase we're going through. But at the end of the day, your intuition, your gut, who you really want to be will always be there to nudge you into the right direction. But the thing that I can say that I'm happy about is that I can recognize that life is too short and too precious to waste on trying to find the right person or right people. If you're not feeling something, it's never too late to elevate and make a change with yourself because you can do everything in your power for that person or those people, whether it be financially, sexually, and emotionally. However, in order for them to see the errors of their ways, that change must first start with inside them. And it's okay if you just have to step back. Just focus on progressing and moving your needle in the right direction. It's crazy how God will show you. you can find yourself when you get lost. All this to say, I had to accept the fact that I'm different. Ever since I was young, I was so wise beyond my years. Instead of throwing a football or playing basketball, I wanted to play with bugs, cook with my grandmother, or watch the Discovery Channel. I received so much backlash and hate because I wasn't a monolith. I gave a lot of people my power. However, I'm not a little boy anymore, so I must take my power back. This is so petty, but people in general can say and do some pretty hurtful things. I remember how kids and adults would constantly ridicule me because I lived in poverty and grew up within the foster care system. They would tell me I wouldn't be nothing, it would never amount to anything. Everyone I had crossed paths with would constantly tease me about being dirty, my looks, being homeless, not having a mother or father in my life, and ultimately calling my sexuality into question, all because I wanted to ostracize myself from the reality, which was my life, and do well in school. So for so many years, even into my present bonds I shared with people, I made an agreement with this pain. All I ever wanted was for different people to like me so badly in order to feel accepted. This trifecta of self-pity, blame, and hurt caused me to become broken at times, even though I was a very kind-hearted and giving person who was so easy to manipulate. And because I possessed these attributes, I was picked on a lot. As I said before, I've heard it all and I've seen it all. Oh, you're a nerd. Oh, you're a queer. Mark is this. Oh, Mark is that. You think you're better than everybody. Your eyes make you look like you're a mutant or a lizard. Oh, you're wearing contacts. It was troubling because I almost made an agreement with what was said about me. And what was crazy is I never judged other people. This was what God made me to be. However, people had their own preconceived notions of who I was. I laugh though now because I would tell these same people and this person, and they know who they are. You can't beat the truth up with a lie, no matter how many times you try and swing. However, if I could rewind my life to those moments where this person and those people who made me feel as if I was nothing, I would say, Mark, accept and embrace your differences. Your differences later are going to be the things that stand out, and those are the things that are going to be inspirational to people. I am so happy that despite the turbulence, I didn't change who I am. And I am proud to be the person who I am today. And now I stand in that with strength, stronger than ever, because the most important thing I had to learn from all of this is that God forgives and He knows my heart. This is a beautiful thing because God doesn't view things in a legalistic manner. You really don't have to earn His love or respect. He loves you just the way as you are. So now when people who I invested all of my time, love, energy into disrespect me or decide to only present themselves in an opportunistic manner, only to benefit themselves for the right now, I say to myself, I don't have to make an agreement with that. Your actions and your ill behaviors, I'm not going to give you power over my life. All this in summary to say, these former bonds I once shared has taught me so many things on a multitude of levels that will not only help my present self, but to help mold and elevate my own personal growth into the man that I am still becoming. These former bonds I shared have taught me the value of patience, understanding, forgiveness, emotional control, change, restraint, and last but not least, rebirth and transformation. And for that, I can say, thank you. Next.